If you're in the sandwich generation, you really need to watch this video because being in the sandwich generation is tough. You have to support your parents, maybe support your own family, and also support your children or siblings. Being in the sandwich generation means your wallet is on a diet. It's trying to slim down, but somehow the bills just keep piling on the pounds. According to Pew Research, roughly 1/4 of American adults belong to the sandwich generation. By Pew's definition, the generation includes anyone sandwiched between a parent 65 or older and a child who receives at least their financial support. But what are the consequences of being in the sandwich generation? You need to watch this because a lot of people in the sandwich generation end up unable to retire early. They're at risk of not being able to buy a house. Eventually, their income barely covers their expenses. Every month feels like a chase, wondering where the money goes.
Who takes my money? Why does it disappear?
Mom, you bought useless furniture yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And this video will be short because when I searched for solutions for being in the sandwich generation, it mainly revolves around financial management, such as increasing personal income. Oddly, there aren't many videos on two crucial points that, in my opinion, are important if you want to break free from the burden of the sandwich generation. Being part of the sandwich generation isn't just about balancing your budget, it's about balancing your sanity too. Let me tell you how. This video costs one subscription, so make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Just take action, and it will help you. So being in the sandwich generation, you might feel obligated to provide financial support for your family, regardless of who they are. But in my opinion, these two topics should be addressed first before resigning yourself to managing your finances just to support them. These are difficult topics to discuss, but they must be addressed. Firstly, what responsibilities are you taking on during your productive years? Honestly, it's frustrating to hear stories from friends about being in the sandwich generation. If we're in a situation where we have to support them because they can't earn money and so on, this is the first thing that needs to be discussed. Are they in their productive years or not? In my opinion, before we resign ourselves to providing financial support, we should help them become productive. Well, your productive years might be more like productive tears, where we're busy trying to figure out how to adult without adulting too hard. If we're talking about family and they need our help and so on, before we give them money, we should teach them how to be productive. Help them find a job. Help them start a business. Well, even though sometimes giving career advice to family is tricky, it's like telling a cat where to sleep. Absolutely pointless. But at least you help them somehow to make money. In my opinion, this must be explored first before we resign ourselves to giving money as part of the sandwich generation. Because from what I've heard from my friends, there are many people in the sandwich generation who are still in their productive years. It's a different story if they have an illness that prevents them from working or if they're elderly and so on. Then there's nothing we can do. But seriously, this needs to be discussed and we should help them become productive before we ask, okay, how much do you need? But if our friends or family members are still in their productive years, let's explore first. Spend a lot of time and effort to help them, not just giving them money. Secondly, it's not about managing our own finances first. Yes, we need to learn how to manage money as part of the sandwich generation. But in my opinion, when we're at the stage of, okay, I have to support my family, the most important thing is to manage their finances. Let me give you a simple example. I send money to my parents every month without thinking, like an automatic pilot. Meanwhile, they're over there treating it like they're contestants on Who Wants to Spend $1 Million.
I will take unnecessary expenses for $500, honey.
Like, I just transferred it because that's what I should do. But after taking the approach of, okay, what are the installments? What are the payments? Are there any non-liquid assets that can be liquidated? Are there any other things that can be optimized before I send money? Because let's say we send $500 to our parents. If it's not used properly, it ends up putting pressure on us too. We'll end up having to make more money. Then they'll ask for more money, more and more, even though we're not capable of giving that much money. If I don't manage my parents' expenses, it's a never-ending cycle. Here's $500. Use it wisely. A week later, we need more money. The artisanal pickle of the month subscription wasn't covered. I'm starting to think my parents believe I'm a human ATM. In this position, we need to teach financial literacy to those we support. Whether it's family or parents, teach them, map out all their assets and so on, even though teaching financial literacy to a family is like trying to teach a teenager the value of $1. There's eye rolling, sighing, and a lot of, but I need it. but this is a must to try. Okay, how do you usually spend your money? What needs to be done? What can be optimized before I send money? If I send $500, what will it be used for? And these two topics are indeed sensitive discussions because maybe they don't want to be meddled with. But the reality is, if we do these two things, what used to be $500 we had to transfer as part of the sandwich generation can be reduced to $300, and they'll be happy because they manage their money well, and what used to be unproductive can become productive. But hey, this is just an opinion video. Feel free to comment your thoughts and help others to help them break the cycle, so that you are more aware of what needs to be done as part of the sandwich generation, if these two things have been discussed. And finally, okay, there's no other solution than me having to support them, then so be it. Then search for other videos on how to manage finances, personal financial management, and how to increase income. Your YouTube history will look like I'm preparing for an MBA. How to budget, top ramen recipes, and living with parents without losing your sanity. So, I think you should be enthusiastic. After all, enthusiasm is free. Don't forget to subscribe to pay this information and give a little tips to us. Remember, there are other perspectives from families in the grip of the sandwich generation. If you don't agree or have a different opinion, feel free to comment below, unless you're my parents. In that case, please text me directly with a list of your expenses so I can budget for your next emergency antique shopping spree. I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.